Okay, this is part two. Thank you for watching. I left off on idiotic black people. Yeah, I'm gonna piss you off. That's what I said. Idiotic black people. You're the last on the list because I'm part native, I'm part black, I'm part white. Actually, you're second to the last on the list. And when you check that fucking bio, it's been there for as long as this has been on, and it's been there for as long as Kung Fu Havoc #1 has been on. So as long as YouTube has existed, my bio has said the same thing. Alright? So in this part, we're going to talk about the blacks and the whites that voted for Trump, and then we're going to spin on over into, I'll just make another video about pretendians. Anyway, let's get on, shall we? So, there's a lot of black people who voted for Herschel Walker. He lost, bitches. Then you thought about Tim Scott. Fight, fight, fight. That's for you, Tim Scott. And then you thought about the Jim Crow bro. I don't know his name, but he said that black people were better off than the Jim Crow era. He gets two. Alright? And then you got Mama T. A zofted looking black lady with these big thick glasses. Hold on. She has glasses like mine. Before I got my thinnies. So this is Mama T. In her big black dress talking about Trump. That's right, Mama T. I'm talking about the big old black lady named Mama T. It's funny how those four black people that I mentioned ain't on Trump's cabinet. I guess it's true. Coons come in all colors. Yeah, I call all four of those motherfuckers coons. And the showstopper that started it messed me up for the rest of my life. We'll get to him and his friend and the other ones in a minute. But they're all white people. Let's get back on the black people real quick. Let's run it around. Trump 2024, Trump 2024, Trump 2020, 2020, 2024. Your dumb ass is black, your ass is whack, and now you're all gonna get slapped in the back. Because you idiots believe that shit. You fail to understand something. He went after birthright citizenship for Native Americans. They're at the bottom of the totem pole. Then black people. Then Mexicans. Yeah, let's reverse that. Native Americans, because Mexicans, some of them are actually Native Americans. So Mexicans and natives. And then black people. And then Asian people. And then poor white people. Yeah. Y'all voted for this shit. So when they're done with mixed people like me, because they're not going to know if I'm a Mexican or if I'm a native, they're just going to lock me up. They might deport me, and I'm going to be the richest man in America after that happens. I promise you that. Me and my lawyer will never be broke. Ever the fuck be broke. Because I'm like, nah, I want enough money that my lawyer and I don't have to work no more. That we will work for fun instead of working because we have to. That's how bad I'm going to sue the fuck out of Musk and out of Trump and then the government for allowing this bullshit to happen. I'm going to take the least from the government because we need our government. But as far as Musk and Trump concerned, y'all motherfuckers got the dough. You're going to give me some cake if I get deported. Whether you like it or not, I'm suing the brakes off you. I don't give a fuck. I don't want a Tesla truck. They're ugly. I don't want a Tesla car. People get locked into them by accident. I want money. Hardcore cash. I want enough money tax-free that I ain't never got to work no more for the rest of my life. I'd have money to start my own movie production company, and that's it. But I'm going to want more because just like everyone else, I'm greedy. I'm also 51, and I don't have kids. So, you got 13 of them motherfuckers, buddy. You can share me out a little bit. You can hit me up with some money. And, well, we know Trump is broke, but I'm just going to sue him for the fuck of it. So, if I get deported, it's on, motherfucker. It's on. Poor little Baron's going to be working for me if I get deported. Because I'm going to sue the brakes off these motherfuckers. Anyway, moving off of that, back to the black people who voted for Trump 2024. You idiots forgot the fact that he wanted 5 young black men who are currently now my age, a couple of years younger, maybe the youngest might be 48, in between 49 and 51, because I'm 51, the Central Park 5, he wanted those motherfucking kids hung. and unalived and killed so bad that he took out a front page ads in the New York Times for it. And black people voted for this dumb motherfucker. Drugs is bad, y'all. Before I was born, him and his daddy didn't want people of color, specifically black people, living in their buildings that they built in New York City. No coloreds allowed. And y'all voted for him. You don't get to walk away from this if you're black. I'm sorry. If you're black and you voted for Trump, you do not get to walk away from this. Why am I giving natives a pass? Why am I giving white people a pass? Why am I giving Mexicans a pass and Latinos a pass? Well, everybody can be stupid at least once. But black people, we've been through too much shit to be stupid enough to vote for a fucking racist. But y'all did it anyway. So, yeah, kudos to you motherfuckers. And the problem with that is really quite simple. They know in society that black people are prolonged proximity crimes of killing themselves versus killing other people. And when cops come after people of color, they come after people of color. They don't give a damn if we live to see another day. In fact, if they had it their way, we wouldn't exist at all. And you dumb fucks voted for that shit. So you don't get a pass. Now, as for the poor and uneducated white people, I have white blood, but I'm never going to be considered as a white person. The only reason why I'm giving you a slap on the wrist is because all black people that voted for Obama, they voted for him mostly because they gave him that black support. And you same stupid fucks should have did the same thing for Kamala Harris, but you didn't. So there's that. Now, getting all that shit out the way, anybody who voted for Trump and say nothing about how he's going after the education, how he's going after the transgender or the alphabet community, you are part of the problem. See, I have family in the alphabet community. I'm not a member of the alphabet community, but I have family in the alphabet community. I support the alphabet community. There's only one thing that I don't really support for the alphabet community, and it's only one sport that I don't think should ever have that line crossed, and that's like UFC or bare knuckle fighting, because no transgender male turning into a female should ever be able to enter a fight against women. I'm sorry, y'all might not like that. The alphabet community can give me all the fucking smoke you want. If alphabet community want to play sports, football, basketball, baseball, golf, hockey, soccer, I'm cool with all that shit. Go out there and beat the straight people's ass. Knock yourself the fuck out. I don't like sports. But when you are a male becoming a female, even if you're as small as me at 5'3.5", you're still physically stronger than them. And even though you chopped off your 3 best friends and replaced it with a tunnel, you still are stronger than them, and it's an unfair advantage in a fight. Now, however, there's always an outlier, because I study Wing Chun. Right girl, right training's gonna beat the transgender female's ass. Skills are everything. Strength and skills do come in handy. The whole concept of a transgender, let me make it so that I can put it in words I understand. If I got a sex change and I decided to fight women, I would have an unfair advantage against women, not just because I've been training since I was 7 and fighting since I was 6, but physically I would be considered stronger than them. Skill-wise, because I fought in the streets, I would be considered more skilled than them. And that would be a complete and total unfair advantage that I would have over them, especially if I gave up my 3 best friends and grew boobs. Hopefully that didn't offend anybody, and if it did, that was the only way I could fucking explain it. Do with that as you will. You don't like what the fuck I said, that's a you problem. As we close this out, which we only had to close out because of the fucking damn dog fucking up, I'm going to make a Pretendian video after this, because the Pretendians also voted for Trump, and they're all over TikTok and social media, jumping up and down, hollering that people who look like me or actual natives are going to get deported. Well, you can't deport a Native American because America is their home. They have nowhere that you can deport them to for you dumbass fucking Pretendians. That's for the Pretendians. Now, I'm going to make a separate video about the Pretendians, and that will be the last video that I make tonight. So hopefully, I opened your eyes. In closing, if you are a Trump supporter, this is the last thing I have to say to you. May God have mercy on your soul, because your vote does not give you a pass. It does not let you escape the problems that everyone else is going to have. The egg problem, the gas problem, the sexual assaults in the babies that babies are going to be having, because Trump's going to make it a nationwide ban against women because he hates women, whether y'all want to believe it or not. And that's more important that the women who voted for Trump hear this right now. You are on his target list. Remember E. Jean Carroll. Penetration with the fingers, SA, without consent. Remember that shit. It's your body, it's your choice. And you chose to vote against you having a choice. Now, this is the final thing that I'm going to say, because I am a veteran of the United States Army National Guard. Elon and Trump are going against veterans, and the Tuskegee Airmen have been removed from Air Force History Month, or Air Force Heritage, or Air Force History in general. They were black men who were subjected to typhoid Mary, syphilis, and some other subjectal tests, and given placebos instead of cures. They flew planes in World War II, just like the Navajo Nation, who turned the tide with their language and wind talking and code talking and shit like that. This man is a fucking racist. And if you are of the following people, with the exclusion of poor white people, you need to own this shit. And you need to pay your dues, just like everyone else is going to have to pay their dues. If you are black and you voted for Trump, if you are Asian and you voted for Trump, if you are Native and you voted for Trump, if you are Latin, Mexican, or anything in that diaspora and you voted for this shit, you're going to have to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You're probably going to be out in that field working those black jobs because of all of the mass deportation. And you need to own that shit. And I will say this. May God help the children. Your children, our children. This man's going to eliminate abortion rights. If your daughter can't carry the baby to term and she and the baby dies, they don't give a fuck. And you need to be held responsible for that. If your 6-year-old gets pregnant and she can't have that baby and the baby dies and then she dies because doctors won't touch them because they're afraid they're going to go to prison for 15 to 20 years for doing their fucking job in the Hippocratic Oath, that shit's on you. Sleep with that tonight. And remember that you voted for that shit. And may God have mercy on your daughters if you have them. May God have mercy on your transgender kids if you have them. Because Trump's gone after kids. He's going to go after us vets. And he's going to come after y'all. And just because it hasn't landed on your fucking doorstep yet, doesn't mean it won't. And if you don't start saying shit now, don't wait till it hits your doorstep, because you could have done something to prevent this back on November the 7th when we had a chance to vote. But you voted for lower eggs and lower gas. Fuck your daughter, right? Just go ahead and bend her open and spread her legs and let whoever wants her have her, because that's exactly what you did. You don't like what I said? I gave you 99.9. But what I just said 2 seconds ago, that was the whole 1,000 of what you fucking voted for. Oh yeah. In closing, I was shocked that Dr. Oz and Dr. Phil both supported this fucking shit. More importantly, I was really pissed off that Terry fucking Hulk Hogan Bollea outed himself. The rumors are true. This motherfucker's a racist and a trash human being. I can separate everything he's done for wrestling versus who he actually is. I've also been told a couple of rumors about how Hulk's daughter, while in TNA, was trying to date someone black, and Hogan wasn't having any of that shit. So, do with that as you will. It's a rumor, but every rumor, myth, and legend has some truth to it. And then there's the one and the only who owes his entire career to all the black people in Detroit, Michigan. I'm the real American racist, Kid Motherfucking Rock. I will not play any more of your music in my car. I will not smash those $14 CDs because that was $14 when you were worth listening to. And now I keep it as a reminder of when you think you know somebody or when you think you're supporting someone who career was built on people who look like you versus who looks like the people they're supporting, look again. Because that person you're supporting is just waiting to turn the knife. Thank you for watching.